Hey Tube, welcome back. Today we have this problem. It's called merge sorted array. Sorry. Um, Problem number 88, merge sorted array. You are given two integer arrays, nums1 and nums2, sorted in non-decreasing order. That means the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 6 is there's no. It's sorted in non-decreasing order. This is what non-decreasing order means. And two integers, m and n, representing the number of elements in nums1 and nums2 respectively. So we have number nums1 has 3, so we say 3 has 3 numbers, and these 0 we'll talk about them a little bit later. It's quite stupid, but like they put it anyway. And we have nums2 have 3, so n equals 3. The final sorted array should not be returned by the function, but instead be sorted inside the array nums1. To accommodate this, nums1 has a length of m plus n, where the first m elements donate the elements that should not be merged, and the last n elements are set to 0 and should be ignored. Nums1, nums2 has a length of n. This section, I'll be honest with you, it like if they deleted it, the problem will be way more easier because it's quite confusing. But basically, what it's saying that we should add the numbers to nums1, add everything to nums1, and make sure that the length of nums1 will be m plus n. But they have really poor way to describe this one. So let's just try to see how can we solve this problem. So there is multiple ways to solve this problem. There's 3 ways that comes to my mind. First, maybe you can use like a merge and sort, like it will be the most basic one. After that, we can use like a 3 pointers. And yeah, I guess most of them are pretty important. So maybe we have 3 ways to do it. We could talk about them in each video. So today what I'm thinking about that, we can loop through the arrays. Like let's say that we have this array and this array, and we can loop and we see that and try to compare the first number with the first number, and the bigger the smaller number we push it before, or the bigger number we push it after, and we'll continue to do this one until we finish the small array, which I don't know which one it will be. I guess it will be nums2 most of the time, and after that, let's see if there was a remaining or something like that, and just add the remaining. Maybe description is not that good. Let's just do this with the code. It will be way more easy to understand with the code. Let's say let I equals m minus I. Okay. Let j equals n minus I. Okay. And let k equals m plus n minus 1, not minus 1, minus 1. So basically, I'm putting these 3 variables because I would love to use them. So the index for I here, it will be the index for the last element in nums1. This one is the index of the last element in nums2. And this one, it will be the index of the last element position in the merged array of nums1. Okay, so let's create a while loop, and I will say while I bigger than or equal 0 and j bigger than or equal 0. And I will say if nums1 of I bigger than nums2 of j, what we should do in this situation? let's just say that we have this one. Let's say that, let's just take this one as an example, so we can just describe everything we want with this example. So nums1, it will be 3. Nums2, it will be 6. If nums1 bigger than nums1 of I bigger than nums2 of j, what we should do? Let's not do it here, because this wasn't the case, because they are not bigger than it. So let's just leave it. So what should we do if nums1 is not bigger than nums1 of I is not bigger than nums2 of j? We said that nums1 of k will equals nums2 of j, and we take 1 from j. J minus minus, because here it is. We wanna find the merge one. Okay, let's just, the merge one will be have all of these indexes. Let's just say that, and let's just and we want to sort it in non-decreasing order. So basically we start from the end, and we see that if nums of 1 of I, which will be 3, bigger than nums 2 of j, which is 6, if that was the case, we will do the same thing here. We'll just, it will be equals nums 1 of I, and I will be minus minus. So if that was the case, the position in nums1 of k, which will be the last one here, because both of them is in non-decreasing order, the last element is the bigger elements in both. So I'm trying to find the biggest, and just to go to the smallest. So I'm saying that, okay, in the last element, let's loop the beginning. So I'm saying that if nums1 of I bigger than nums2 of j, if that was the case, the last element will equals nums1 of k, which will be this nums1, because basically I don't know why they require us to edit nums1, because it will be quite confusing. Why can't we return a new array? But it is how it is. So the nums1 of I, which the last element, will be equal whatever bigger between both of them. Otherwise we add nums2 of j, and I guess that will work. However, maybe we have something different if there are any remaining, like if we have any remaining, like for example, the j has too many numbers and not all of them were represented. So what we do, we'll say while j is bigger than or equals 0, and I will say nums1 of k will equals nums 2 of j, and j minus minus, and k minus minus, and we try to just add all the variables at the end, and that we make sure that k all the time is n plus n, so it will all the time will not be 0 before j. So that was the solution, but let's just try to run the example to fully understanding. So first we start with the end here. So I is 3 here, as because the m is 3 and j is 3 here, and k is 5. Yeah. So we're saying we make a while loop, and we say that if nums1 of I, which is this, because I is 3, bigger than nums2 of j, which is this. Oh, basically it's 3, so it will be 2. Sorry. Sorry for that. Which will be this. If that was the case, but this is not the case. So what we do, let's go to the else block directly. So nums1 of k, which will be this, because 5, will equals nums2 of g, so it will be equal, let's just remove 6 here. So, and j minus minus, so j will equals 1. And we loop again. So I'm saying that if nums1 of I, which is this, is bigger than nums2 of j, 3 and 5. No, this is not the case. So let's go to this one. So nums, I guess I should, yeah, there is something wrong I make here. K should be minus minus because I didn't update k. So k, the previous one should be 4, not 5. So nums1 of k should be equals nums2 of j. So this one will be equals 5. And g minus minus, which will be equals 0. And k also minus minus, so it will be 3. So I'm saying if nums1 of I, which I still 2, okay? So it will be 3. Nums2 of g, which is 2. Yeah, this is true. So we put nums1 of k, which will be in this position. It's a 3. Yeah, it's just 3. It's in this position. We will add 3, and we will continue to add like 2 and 2 and 1, and we'll just take 1 from I, take 1 from k, and so on, so on. So yeah, that's it for today's problem. Let's just see how our problem performs. Okay, it's Pete. Oh. I'm beating a lot. Okay, that's good. So yeah, that's it for today's problem, and I hope my description is quite good. If you like my content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so I never miss a video, and see you guys in future problems.